All right, what's up, everybody? Charlie Marlow here, going live on the Kenny Wallace YouTube channel with some breaking NASCAR news. You see it there in the headline: Rodney Childers and Spire Motorsports parting ways. This is definitely a big surprise. We'll get right to it. We've had Rodney Childers with a statement and also Spire Motorsports, so I'll read them both for you. Of course, Rodney Childers, crew chief of the Justin Haley car, his first year with Spire after being at Stewart-Haas Racing for all those years, most recently with Josh Berry, but before that with Kevin Harvick winning a championship. So this is about an hour ago on X. Rodney Childers posted on X with a little heart emoji, and he made a statement here. So I'll read it for you, just about 4 paragraphs. Here it is from Rodney Childers on X. I know this is a shock, but also know that not everything works out perfect all the time. That's how life works. This was just one of those things that just wasn't working for either of us. I appreciate my time at Spire, working with JH, of course, that's Justin Haley, and the entire 7 team. We did a lot of good that is yet to be seen, and I wish them the best in the future. Also want to thank you to everyone. Also want to say thank you to everyone at Chevrolet, Mr. H, and everyone at Hendrick Motorsports for my time working with them again. It was a pleasure. Thank you to NASCAR, the officials, and most importantly, the fans for your support. For me, I'm going to take a little time, focus on the important things like my family and friends, and honestly, just see what the racing world holds for me next. I know the man above will lead me in a direction that is best for me. Then a little heart emoji from RC Rodney Childers. You wonder if this is a full-on retirement when he says thank you to NASCAR, the officials, and most importantly, the fans for your support. But then again, he says, for me, I'm going to take a little time, focus on the important things like my family and friends, and honestly just see what the racing world holds for me next. So we'll see if he's still going to be involved in racing. This is just happening, just breaking. That statement from Rodney Childers was from about an hour ago, okay? And now I'll read you the statement from Spire Motorsports as well, because they also came out just, this was about 2 hours ago. So from the official X account, Spire Motorsports, it says, a statement from Spire Motorsports co-owner Jeff Dickerson. And it reads, NASCAR is an ever-evolving sport, and the path to improvement isn't always comfortable. The break in the Cup Series schedule gave us a chance to evaluate where we are as a program. We took the opportunity to discuss the best paths forward for everyone involved, and the team and Rodney agreed that it would be best for us to part ways. Rodney has worked at the highest level of our sport for 20 years, and he knows what it takes to win championships. With that in mind, we collectively acknowledged challenges with the team dynamic. Having the right combination of talent is just as important as the results on track. As we move in a new direction, it is not lost on us that Rodney has been an invaluable asset to our organization, as he will continue to be for others in this sport. That's the statement from Spire Motorsports co-owner Jeff Dickerson. So there you go. I'm going to come back here and see a lot of comments from you guys. 170 of you watching live. Got some people wondering, Rodney Childers and Josh Berry. That's from Samuel Farish. Yeah, we'll see what happens in the future. We don't know anything right now. As you saw and heard from that statement from Spire, they figured with the break, there was no Cup race for Easter, so they had some extra time. You have Talladega coming up. They felt like this was the right time to part ways right there. There's Samuel Farish with his Jesus in his avatar. I like that. That's nice. Okay, so remember, year one, like I said, with Rodney Childers and Justin Haley. Let's check out Justin Haley, how he was running. So Spire Motorsports, remember, had this whole revamped lineup and investing all these resources. So Justin Haley, 23rd in points right now. Justin Haley, the 7 car, 164 points. So he's 23rd. He has 1 top 10, 1 DNF, 0 laps led. Average start is 23rd. Average finish is 20th. So actually driving a little bit better than his starting position. And then let's check out what the other Spire Motorsports drivers are doing. None of them doing great. Carson Hocevar has obviously made some noise here and there, wrecking some people, some good finishes. He's entertaining. I appreciate what he does. So you have Michael McDowell in 19th, the 71 car of Spire. As I mentioned, you have Justin Haley in 23rd, and you have Carson Hocevar in 25th. So all three of the Spire cars not doing great, essentially just right there, middle of the pack, or even what the third of drivers when you're talking about Justin Haley in 23rd place. Again, Michael McDowell 19th, Justin Haley 23rd, Carson Hocevar 25th. So none of the Spire Motorsports drivers really performing very well here as we're a fourth of the way through the season. Rodney Childers, of course, crew chief and Kevin Harvick to all those wins in the championship. He's been a crew chief for 20 years and worked with Josh Berry last year. He's 48 years old. So let me double check that. Rodney Childers, obviously a racer before being a crew chief. Yeah, 48 years old. He will turn 49 here. Feels pretty young to retire from racing. We'll see what happens next year. Both Spire and Rodney Childers agreeing it wasn't working with Justin Haley, and they're just going to say, hey, let's not even finish out the season. Heck, we're a fourth of the way through. They're already parting ways. So we'll see what happens for Rodney Childers and his future. Got 188 of you watching. I appreciate that. Charles D saying, hello, Charlie and all. Hello, Charles. Let's see. Happy Carl says, knew it from day one that Rodney Childers wasn't going to fit at Spire. Now, why'd you know that? Stephen Harvey asking me what happened. For those just joining, Rodney Childers, the crew chief of the Justin Haley car, number 7, parting ways with Spire Motorsports right here, early part of the season. They used the extended break with no cup race for Easter before Talladega to announce the news. If you're just joining us, I read the statements from Rodney Childers and Spire Motorsports as well. You had a statement from Rodney Childers, and then you had the statement from Spire Motorsports co-owner Jeff Dickerson. I'll read a few more of your comments. Okay, so Russell Coleman says, RFK racing. Hint, hint. We shall see. Let's see. Chris Wolf says, someone get Wood Brothers, Penske on the horn. It seems like you guys want Rodney Childers going everywhere, all kinds of different places. Jonathan Wooldridge says, RCR, get on the phone. Yeah, you got to think that Rodney Childers at age 48, about to be 49, probably won't be retiring from NASCAR. We'll see what happens if he's back next year, crew chiefing somebody else. Let's see. And Charles D says, to be honest, I don't know who all is talking about, LOL. I'm just a Wallace channel fan. Well, thank you. This is the Kenny Wallace YouTube channel. I'm Charlie Marlow. I produce the channel with Kenny. By the way, Herman Schrader just dropped. So that's on Dirty Mo Media podcast. And it's on here, the Kenny Wallace YouTube channel, just uploaded at 2 Central, so 25 minutes ago. We'll have Ward Burton Kenny conversation coming up in the next couple days. That will hit Dirty Mo Media podcast tomorrow morning, about 5 a.m. Eastern time. And then it'll hit YouTube either tomorrow or Friday. We'll see about that. So everybody's saying he's going to RFK. That's Chris Sargent. Has that news already broke? Have we seen that? Let's see. Everybody's saying maybe RFK for Brad K from John Forrester. Tell you what, I always say this. I'm not going to go super long on this. I promise you I'm not. Let me just go to X real quick and see if there's any new updates on this before I let you go. But Rodney Childers and Spire Motorsports parting ways just 9 races into the season, both making statements. He's the crew chief for the Justin Haley car. Yeah, Jeff Gluck writing the article says a shocking move. That's actually from Jordan Bianchi from The Athletic. Let's see. Matt Weaver, our guy who contributes on the channel. I've also independently confirmed the departure of Rodney Childers from Spire Motorsports. No reason made public yet, but but expect an official announcement today at some point. But again, that was a couple hours ago. They've both released statements since then. Somebody joking around, and there's a picture of Jimmy Johnson and Chad Knaus, and it says Kyle Busch and Rodney Childers at 2311 racing next year. That's a joke, obviously, or they're just speculating. That's not any breaking news or anything like that. So somebody else, basically, Jose Pedro, saying what's going on with the Spire team, the 17 the last few months. Fired Corey LaJoie. Justin Haley rejoins the team. The 7 car chief to the JGR 54. The 7 pit crew to Hendricks 5. Rodney Childers out at Spire. Just a crazy story for Justin Haley and the 7 car and Rodney Childers. Mutually agreeing to part ways. That's what we're calling it. Mutually agreeing. And again, I read you the statements. Stephen Harvey says he's going to Hendrick Motorsports. We shall see. There's going to be a lot of teams that want the services of Rodney Childers. And about to be 49 years old, I do not think he's going to be retiring anytime soon. I'm sure we'll see him back. Robbie Holcomb says, I'm saying Rodney and Kyle Busch or Rodney and Chase Elliott. How about that? All right, tell you what. I always say I'm not going to go long. This was even longer than I thought it was going to be. But Rodney Childers, 20-year crew chief, of course, won championship and all those races with Kevin Harvick, was with Josh Berry, helped his career along, just moved to Spire with Justin Haley, and he's already out after just 9 races in the 2025 Cup season. Justin Haley running 23rd this season, mutually agreeing to part ways. And if you want more information, you can go back to the beginning of this video. I do read the statements from Rodney Childers and Jeff Dickerson from Spire Motorsports, but they have now both released statements. So we'll see what happens. Breaking news, Rodney Childers and Spire Motorsports parting ways. Remember, Herman Schrader is out now. Dirty Mo Media Podcast, Kenny Wallace YouTube channel. Ward Burton coming up tomorrow. Dirty Mo Media Podcast, Kenny Wallace YouTube channel, either Thursday or Friday for Ward Burton. Charles D says, thank you for the update, Charlie. Thank you, Charles D. You got a great name. I love it. All right, guys, signing off. See you later. Have a great rest of your Wednesday.